Good morning guys, welcome to my channel Rider Nada Moto Diaries. Today is day 10 and we are right now in Hundar. This is a place where we are staying. So we came here around 8:30 last night and today's plan is to go to the Hundar desert, Nubra Valley, and from there to visit the last village of India, Turtuk, and if permitted we'll go across Thang and then Tyakshi. So that is today's plan. So everything is set and we are on day 10 of the ride. Feeling really good. So let's catch you up in the ride. Let's ride. This is only the source of water for these people. This water is coming from the melted glaciers. So if in case the glacier doesn't melt, they won't have water for the day. Day 10. The main source of water is the water they get from the melting of glacier. In case if the glacier doesn't melt, there will be no water for the day. Also, most of the places in Ladakh they get electricity only for 4 hours from 7 pm to 11 pm. So we had to charge our gadgets accordingly. One of the rider went inside the washroom to check whether some hot water is coming from the solar heater. He came out and said to me, hot water is coming, you take the shower first and I will arrange my bags properly. And then it was only me who took shower in the hot water, after which there were only cold water coming from the shower. So the rest of the group, including the one who informed me, had to take bath in cold water. Because of low sunlight, there was no hot water from the solar heater. About our today's plan was to go and get the fuel, then ride towards the desert in Nubra, and finally towards Tyakshi after Turtuk. We had kept all the bags in our room as we will be staying here tonight. We first tanked up and then had our brunch and went towards the desert. Earlier there were no restriction, but now we cannot ride on the desert. Then we took some photos and videos on the desert and with the double hump camel. On the way, we saw archery. The person said 20 rupees for one arrow, and if we shoot at the center of the board, he will pay us 100. We all tried, but no one could hit the target. I said to one of the rider, pray and release the arrow as it will multiply, and he tried. Though the arrow didn't multiply after releasing, but he was close to the target. He asked the person who had set up this game for 50 rupees because the person said he will pay 100 rupees if anyone hits the target. He said, though I didn't hit the target, I was close to it. By now we spent a lot of time and we moved towards Turtuk, the last Indian village close to Pakistan border. It was 80 kilometers from here. It was drizzling now. We thought it will stop in some time, and by the time we covered some 20 to 30 kilometers, it was raining heavily. Meanwhile, we reached a military canteen, had some snacks there, and they advised that you can get hit by a falling rock, so keep a watch for it. Also, there is a lot of chances of landslide, and if you go to Turtuk now, don't even think of returning back today. You can only come back tomorrow morning. Now we didn't had anything with us to protect us from the rain, as we had kept everything in the hotel room. So we were totally drenched, and adding to that the temperature was very cold. Imagine you are totally drenched and with cold climate, wind is also blowing and you're riding your bike. We asked few people coming from the opposite side about the rain. Almost most of them said it is raining heavily ahead and not to go. We even tried to go ahead and covered other 30 kilometers, and we were not able to ride due to rain, and we were 33 kilometers away from Turtuk. By this time, a rider who had got chain issues in the Kargil had now got a flat tire. So I and some other rider went ahead to get some help, but he somehow managed to ride back to the hotel on that flat tire, which was some 50 kilometers from here. After discussing, we all decided to ride back safely to the hotel in this rain, as most of them were shivering. One of the riders from Telangana had a pinion rider as well, and that pinion guy was telling me in a sarcastic way that why did I even come here? If I would have been at home, it would be peaceful and I would have been having chicken by now. At first, I thought that what a falling stone would do and took it lightly. But when we were returning, I saw the road, which was clean, had many stones on it now. Also, two of the riders just missed some falling stone, or else it could have been fatal for them. We somehow managed to return to the hotel completely drenched in that freezing cold, but we couldn't reach Turtuk, maybe for some other time.